I'm Janice McDuffie with TMC. We're here in Miami at IT Expo East, and I'm joined by Michael Wheeler, the Vice President at Global IP Network for NTT Communications. Thanks for joining us today, Michael.
Thanks, Janice. It's good to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the company and why you're here at IT Expo?
Sure. For NTT, this event we've been to many times in the past, and it's just a great way for us to meet with customers and other potential partners in the business, and honestly get a real good sense of where things are at, right now from just various segments. It's kind of a nice culmination of a lot of smaller, specific segments that are interesting for us for different reasons.
Okay. So while you're here, what do you expect to get in terms of prospective clients or current partners from the show?
It's a good time to meet either in more like the meeting room sessions and some of the panels. I was on a panel this morning where we talked about generational, the millennial generation, kind of their impact on support. So it's great from that point of view. It's also just a great, whenever everyone's in the same city, in the same building, it's great to be able to set up meetings that are kind of on the side, whether it's over a cup of coffee or just, grabbing a couple chairs kind of in the corner and have a meeting and stuff. So we have, with our team that's here this week, we have, several of those kinds of things going on during the course of the next couple of days.
Can you expand a little more on what was discussed in the panel today?
Sure. So the concept was regarding the millennial generation, or Gen Y, as it's kind of being termed, and kind of how that generation, as they become a bigger part of the consumer base and the workforce, will affect particularly support. We talked a lot about support and technical support for an organization. So we have a global NOC in Dallas that runs our, the network operation for our global network, and a couple other panels have similar kinds of support infrastructure. And so our direct customers, as well as our customers of those customers, fall into that Gen Y category. And so we talked a lot about the expectations and the differences in what maybe the previous users have had as far as communication and proactive communication and transparency in communication about different things like network, upgrades, maintenance, those kinds of things, compared to maybe even 10 or 15 years ago where those things were just, an email was, revolutionary at that point in time. Now it doesn't even come close to meeting the expectation. So.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell us about some new developments or announcements that the company has?
Sure. We probably the most recent announcement we had was in the last week or so. We announced that we surpassed 400 gigabits of capacity on the Trans-Pacific path between Asia and the United States. We've kind of been doing this every 100 gig level. So our last one was we did a 300 gig announcement last February, and so in less than a year we'd already jumped another 100 gigs. And quite honestly, we're actually going to be very close to 500 gigs well before the middle of this year, and most likely surpass 600 gigs before the end of 2011. So the growth for us has been pretty phenomenal in the last several years, but certainly in the last 12 to 24 months.
Well, it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Again, I'm Janice McDuffie with Michael Wheeler at IT Expo East. Thanks for watching.